Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about which camera should I buy. So you can see I have a lot of cameras here, and I'm going to be walking you through which camera you should buy. So let's put these cameras nicely so when it comes to cameras, people are so confused. They think that you need a very big camera for you to create good videos, but even if you had a bigger camera without good skills, you're still going to create really bad videos. That's why it is important for you to learn the basics of how to create a good video. A good video is not just bordered on what kind of camera you are using. It's bordered on the skills that you have and also your understanding when it comes to making a good video. So that is what this video is all about. And before I show you exactly which camera you should buy, because I have quite a lot of cameras here that I normally use for myself, I just want to throw this question back to you. And there's 3 questions that you really need to have solid answers to if you are an upcoming videographer, an intermediate videographer, or a professional videographer who is looking for a camera. So the first question is, at which skill level are you? Are you a complete beginner, like you don't know nothing about cameras? This is your first time getting into the industry. Maybe you want to start creating your content, maybe videos for other people. What is your skill level? You know, how much do you know about camera? And the second question is, what do you intend to shoot a lot? You know, like what is the niche of videography you are in? I understand that sometimes you can have one camera to shoot quite a lot of other different stuff, like maybe music videos, wedding videos, events, and a lot of other things like documentaries, short films here and there with one camera. But there's supposed to be one niche that you actually really want, or what type of content you actually really want to create. That is so important. And the third one, which is really important, is where is your distribution platform? These videos that you are intending to create, where are you gonna publish them? Is it on YouTube? Is it on TikTok? Is it on Instagram, Facebook? Are you gonna take this content to TV? Are you gonna take this content to Netflix? Are you gonna take this content to other streaming platforms? Once you know exactly which one is your distribution platform, it will actually really guide you to get the camera that is really native to that distribution platform. Because most of these distribution platforms, they have got their own camera recommended settings that they want. Like for example, the popular one, Netflix. Netflix has got its own approved cameras that it has approved to use on their platforms. Now, the cameras that Netflix has approved has got nothing to do with having the best quality. Of course, quality is one of the things that they look at, but it has got nothing to do with quality. It has got everything that has got to do with their streaming platform. But maybe if you want to shoot your videos for broadcast, maybe you are doing a news item, maybe it's a documentary that you want to air on TV, on your local TV. The local TVs also have got their own recommended camera settings or video settings that they want you to submit your videos in. You have to know exactly which platform are you gonna publish your videos, because that platform, it will give you some of the recommended settings. So after we get that out of the way, which camera now should you get as a complete beginner? The first camera that I would recommend is the one that is already in your pocket, which is a smartphone camera. I have done quite a lot of projects just using my smartphone. I recently shot about 5 music videos that were paid by bigger artists, you know. So it doesn't really matter what camera you have in front of you. What you get out of it is how you use it. And I always tell beginners that it is not the camera that shoots videos. It is the person behind, the one who shoots the videos. So don't really focus so much on, oh, I need to get the best camera, that's when I can get the best results. No, the results comes from what camera you have in front of you. What you get out of it is how you use it. And I always tell beginners that it is not the camera that shoots videos. It is the person behind, the one who shoots the videos. So don't really focus so much on, oh, I need to get the best camera, that's when I can get the best results. No, the results comes from the filmmaker. Apple is a $3 trillion company, but they did one of their Apple events using their smartphone. And that event looked so good that people didn't even notice until Apple itself revealed that they actually used the smartphone. So how did they achieve such quality from a smartphone that the people who are working on those videos have, and that is one thing that I always stress, that if you have skills, you can take advantage of any camera and you can create really good content. So smartphone would be the first camera that I can recommend to you if you don't have any budget. You can actually get started with your smartphone. But if you really want to get into like starting to do videos for musicians, like music videos, wedding videos, events videos, documentaries, some content for TV, and if you want to get into that and you want to start doing clients' work, that's when you would need an actual camera. So which camera would you need? So for me, a camera like the 5D Mark III, it shoots HD video, really wonderful HD video. Actually, I shot some videos with the 5D Mark III when it came out back in 2016. And it produces really amazing results. If you can see what other filmmakers have used to shoot their videos on the 5D Mark III, you will be shocked. The only thing that is standing between you and the 5D Mark III is just the skills and how to manage it. All right. So if you are creating content, let's say for TV, and you're gonna submit your videos for TV, broadcast, or for YouTube, Facebook, actually you can use the 5D Mark III. There is nothing wrong with it. It doesn't shoot 4K, but there's nothing wrong with it. What is really matter is how you are going to use it and take advantage of everything, the lens that you put on it and how you use it, the skills that you have. All right, away from 5D Mark III, in 2025 though, I wouldn't recommend you to get an HD camera. Even though there is nothing wrong with it, that is because there is a lot of demand for 4K video. Everybody now, they want at least 4K. So if you want to have like a 4K video camera, I would recommend you get a camera like the R7. It's a really good camera. It shoots in 10-bit, it shoots C-Log, you can color grade your videos properly. It's a solid camera. The only downside of it, for some of you, is the sensor. It has got an APS-C sensor. It's not a full frame, but that is not a deal breaker. I've done a lot of videos on the Lumix GH5. The results have always been good. I've won awards with the GH5. So the sensor, maybe it's another video that I'm gonna do for another day. But if your budget doesn't allow to get the R7, maybe you can look at the R8, especially for content creators. It's a really good video camera, shoots 4K at 60 frames per second. It's a solid camera with a good lens. And for some of you who have budget, you can get maybe the R6 Mark II. It's one of the cameras that I use for other projects. It's a really good camera, shoots 10-bit, C-Log. You can get really good footage out of this camera. The good part is it's a full frame camera. If you have like really good budget, these DSLR style cameras that I've shown you are really good for contents like music videos, wedding videos. You can do documentaries and try to play around with your color grading and stuff. With your settings, you can get really good results. But if you want to start doing like really good feature films for TV, you want to do, documentaries, short films and stuff like that, I'll advise you to look at cameras like the Blackmagic 6K Pro. It's a really good camera. I mainly use this camera though for broadcast. I've used the Blackmagic to shoot other projects like music videos and stuff like that. It's a very solid camera. It shoots 6K RAW, and you know how I feel about RAW. But then if you are doing really like serious production, big production, corporate videos, and big budget productions, that's when you can look at cameras like the Red Cinema camera. So this is my baby. This is a camera that I've been using for bigger projects. It has got nothing to do with having the best quality overall. Whatever you get from a camera is just really how you use it. If you are an amateur, even if you got the Red Cinema camera, you still produce pretty bad videos. All right, so those are some of the different types of cameras that you can choose from. And some of you might be wondering, hey, why do you only have Canon cameras? There is nothing wrong with other cameras like the Sony cameras. I had the FX3, I had the FX6. When you are seeing me with Canon cameras, there is nothing wrong with other brands. That's why you have to do a sort of like a research before you purchase a camera. What do you like about that camera? Because each and every camera has got its own texture, it has got its own looks. That's why you see I have different types of cameras here. So you have to just really see which one best suits the target type of content you want to create. So if you think you like this, the Nikon looks and stuff like that, and they are cheap, they are easier to get for you, you can go with that. There is no difference between someone who is using Canon and someone who is using Sony. The only difference is the approach in which you are using those cameras. Now that brings us to the second item that a lot of upcoming videographers have been arguing about and asking about, that does camera really matter? I want to start videography, but I don't have a camera. Maybe I need to get an expensive camera, that's when I'm gonna make good videos. It's not just really about camera. There are so many things that goes into making a good video. You know, like the idea has to be good. It has to be sellable. If your idea for the video is not good, even if you use the best of the best cameras, people will not appreciate it. Your pre-production has to be solid, like the locations, the wardrobe, the script around the video that you are working on. Even if it's a wedding video, you need to have a sort of like a script, a know-how on, even though things happen live and you don't have to repeat, but you have to know the idea of how the video is gonna be. That's why it's very important to have time with a client and ask them questions and stuff like that. So pre-production and planning is very key to making a good video. And then we come to the camera. The camera will be influenced by the distribution platform where you're gonna distribute that video. So if I'm doing a Netflix video, I'll get a Netflix approved camera. Not because other cameras are bad or they have poor quality and stuff like that. No, because that is what Netflix want to use. They want video settings that have got those capabilities. So if I come to the R8, it doesn't have those video recommended settings that Netflix use. It doesn't make the Canon R8 a bad camera. It is not just suited for Netflix. Other cameras like the classic Arri Alexas, those cameras shoot in 2K, but they are not approved by Netflix because Netflix only take videos from 4K upwards. So it doesn't make those Arri Alexa bad cameras. They are not just suited for their platform. That's when it becomes very important when it comes to choosing a camera that you are going to shoot on. So those are the things that really matter. So every time I go online and say, cameras don't really matter, it's because for me, I can literally take a smartphone and create a good video, even surpassing someone who is using an actual camera if they are an amateur. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have learned one or two things. I'll see you in the next video. If you have loved this video and you are not a subscriber, please subscribe because I'm gonna start dropping videos time and again. And also, if you have liked the video, make sure you press that like button. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. San Pedro over and out. Peace.